episode 16, because we watched The Boiling Rock last time, where we had Circus Girl and Azula versus Sokka and Zuko. And I had a little bit of a bro thing going, which was really good. But my favorite part was my girlfriend turned into the moon. Oh man, that's rough. Does this happen on a regular basis or something? Oh man, that's rough. Yeah! Pretty rough. She just turned into the moon. Naturally. That's rough, buddy. I'm sorry. I was close. So last time was Zuko and Aang meeting some dragons and learning a dance, and Sokka and Zuko did a jailbreak and gained some new allies. And Sokka definitely is getting some at some point with how much he helped Suki. Well, he bailed her out. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's rough, buddy is a huge meme. Could you? How did that get past the writing of the script, and then the VAs reading it out, and then the person editing the video, and then the people watching the video? Like, surely they left that in on purpose. There's no way they didn't pick up on that. We can't be the only people that picked up on that. It's just hilarious. I mean, if they left it in on purpose, it's funny. But like, what? Does this happen often? Anyway. Alright, episode 16, The Southern Raiders. Like, this is a good show, you gotta admit. A little bit of comedy. Ah.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world.
It's even funny since Zuko took a second to look up at the sky as he said that. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Come on, do you eat daifuku? I mean, I got some today from Amazon and the peanut daifuku is divine. I don't even know what that is. But I do eat jerky. Because protein. Plus, I have a slap bet with a mate. First person to lose 10% of their body weight gets to slap the other person. No, that's starting when I get back from New Zealand.
Previously on Avatar.
You have no idea what this war has put me through. Me personally. The Fire Nation took my mother away from me.
Yep, it's all about you, Katara. You are the only one that suffered as a result of this war. You and only you.
I'm sorry.
You might have everyone else here buying your transformation, but you and I both know you've struggled with doing the right thing in the past.
I swear to God, she's Taylor Swift.
So let me tell you something right now. You make one step backward, one slip up, give me one reason to think you might hurt Aang, and you won't have to worry about your destiny anymore.
Yeah, and she learned bloodbending. Great. Imagine being a Fire Nation citizen truly believing the Avatar is the evil person but the propaganda for you. So basically like any modern nation ever. Or anyone that watches YouTube. Or goes on Facebook. Like there's literally this guy from Australia. He's called Rebel News. And he went to Davos and tried to interview people like Greta Thunberg or whatever the fuck her name is. And like the CEO of Pfizer and asked them questions. And those videos cannot be uploaded to YouTube or Facebook. The only place you can actually see them are on Twitter. And he's literally asking them legitimate questions. And they try to brush him aside. And then they answer some of the questions. But they don't want the answer to those questions on the internet. It's actually hilarious. You should watch it. Look it up. Rebel News on Twitter. Twitter has finally found its niche. Uncensored news. Well, they found them.
Watch out!
What are you doing?
I didn't need your help. Katara, you've been a bitch.
Keeping rocks from crushing you.
Okay, I'm not crushed. You can get off me now.
Zuko, do yourself a favor. Let her get crushed.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Nah, fuck it. Let her get crushed. She's already outlived her usefulness. Aang knows how to waterbend. She can die now.
We can get out through here.
But Toph, you must save. Oh wait, Toph doesn't put herself in situations where she needs to be saved.
What are you doing?
Go ahead. I'll hold them off. I think this is a family visit.
Zuko, no!
Come on! We've got to get out of here!
Something about bloodbending? Couldn't bloodbending be used to create blood clots throughout the body or to accelerate blood flow until the heart and brain rupture? Avatar could be rated R. Yeah, remember that thing we had the discussion about airbending? And how you could use it to stop blood from flowing out of wounds? And then we discussed waterbending and how it could be used for blood. We discussed it back in season 1. Kuma, don't forget she's also the healer of the group though. Just don't stand in fire! Aang knows how to waterbend, but can he do healing? Aang is a sexist. He's like, I don't heal.
What are you doing here?
You mean it's not obvious yet? I am about to celebrate becoming an only child!
You know, you're gonna stay single for a long, long time. I'm just saying. I mean, like, anyway, let's just stop there. That's a long conversation.
I can't get him to go in there! Appa hates tunnels! Aang, there's no way we can fly out of here! We'll have to find a way!
We need to split up. Take the tunnel and get to the stolen airship.
No! The Fire Nation can't separate our family again!
It'll be okay.
Katara, you're a liability at this point. Did this thing start going yellow? No, it didn't.
Not forever.
I can clear that away and we can fly out through there.
There's an awful lot of fire in that general direction.
We'll get through! Let's go!
You have to admit that he doesn't have lightning style, but his proficiency of fire style is at such a level that he's actually able to keep up with Azula, who has a much broader repertoire of technique. So his technique of what he knows is exceptionally good. Don't save her! Finish her off. She's literally in the air. Aang, now's your chance. Aang, do the thing. You know, one on one side, one on the other side. Azula becomes Tujula.
She's not gonna make it.
Good. Go finish her off. She's vulnerable.
Of course she did.
She's vulnerable. Go finish her off. Coup de grace. Earth style. Fucking avalanche. Fucking anything. Throw a boulder. I don't give a shit. Finish her off. Alright, kids. You're gonna have to learn how to finish off an enemy that keeps coming back like a goddamn STD.
Wow, camping. It really seems like old times again, doesn't it?
If you really wanted to feel like old times, I could, chase you around a while and try to capture you.
Holy shit, he developed a sense of humor. Katara, you're gonna stay single for a long, long time. At the risk of being taken down via an airship, land on the airship. The firebenders are on the sides. You're an airbender. The ship is filled with air.
To Zuko. Who knew after all those times he tried to snuff us out, today he'd be our hero.
Here, here!
I'm touched. I don't deserve this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Katara, you're being a bitch.
What's with her?
I wish I knew.
Trust me, not worth it. And trust me, she won't give you an answer. You're like, alright, here's the thing that gets me, right? If a guy makes a genuine attempt to quell a situation, like if you don't like someone, like say if a guy doesn't like me, I've had it happen with one of my friends. One of my mates was pissed off at me. And I was like, mate, what's going on? And he's like, nothing. I'm like, man, you've been testy with me this entire time. Obviously something is bothering you. I do not know what I did that is bothering you. You know, like, help me out here, bro. And then he let me know what was up. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't mean it that way. Or I didn't mean that. Like, can we fix this? You know? As opposed to when I have the same situation with a female, I'm like, what's going on? It's nothing. It's obviously not nothing. It's nothing. F off. And it's like, what the fuck? And it's like, oh, you should know. And I'm like, clearly I don't. But I'm trying to resolve the issue here, yet you're not helping me. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's literally one of those things. And it's like, well, at this point, it's become a choice that you want to let it be a thing. Because clearly I want to fix it, right? Like, my god. Katara and Azula single for a long time. Azula ex Katara then. Well, it is 2023. A woman will never tell you what was up. That would make it possible for you to fix things. She doesn't want to solve it. She wants to be pissed. The woman expects you to know on your own. Thing is, I know Hachan like the back of my hand. Like, I know how she thinks. I know the next thing she's about to say. I sometimes mindfuck her by basically responding instead of her, and then saying something and giving the next response. I know her source code. Women are scary when they're pissed. Hey, I'm just as confused by people doing that as you guys. What's the point in prolonging something when you can just be straightforward? I'm sorry to generalize, but women are not straightforward. I don't know why. It's just like, fuck. You see, that's why guys make jokes that they don't understand women. It's like, why can't we just find what the problem is and resolve it and move on? It's like, no, that's not how this works. It's like, but why? Why must this be a grudge? That shit makes me wish I was gay. I've literally, yeah, let's not go there. Straightforward is Tuesday. Let's not go there. Like, let's not go there. I know a lot of girls, and all the ones that I hung out with, and they're all like, they don't have many female friends because they don't want to deal with that. Guys are 10 times easier to deal with. Because if there's a problem, you could just tell them, I don't like this, or I don't like... Here's the thing. Guys will tell you straight up if they don't like you, and why. Girls will pretend to like you and talk shit behind your back. Like, what the fuck? Maybe I'm too autistic to bother with that it's nothing bullshit. I've gotten to the point that if someone tells me it's nothing, I'm just like, all right, and walk away. Because either they're not going to talk to me anyway, or they're going to be like, wait a minute, you know? Because fuck it. Right? Like, fuck it. At that point, fuck it. This is literally happening to me right now. I genuinely don't know what I did wrong because I love this girl, but doesn't let me fix my mistakes. Well, there's your problem. You said I love this girl. Problem number one, son. Nothing can ever be simple as straightforward. Maybe I just don't get angry. Women are higher on negative emotion on average. That's why they stay mad for much longer. That's the biggest riddle, isn't why we're here. It's why is this chick so pissed off at me? It's true. Guys would openly not act friendly with someone they don't like. Yeah. They're straight up. I'm like, I'm the same. If you don't like me, straight up tell me. I'm cool with it. Or at least tell me what you don't like or what I'm doing that pisses you off. Because if it's something that I'm not aware of, by being made aware of it, I could possibly fix it. But by not being aware of it, there's no chance of me knowing, therefore there's no chance of me fixing it. I don't know, that's just crazy talk. Girls like to come out on top. A direct confrontation of the situation would leave them coming out worse, while not addressing it gives them a chance to find the way to come out on top. Out top on what? Nah, 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 nah. I was right. Well, congratulations. Put it on your mantle of yet another argument that you won that no one will remember or care about.
What's with him?
What do you mean, what's with him? He didn't do anything. He's just trying not to divide the group. He's being the good person here. And he's being humble.
This isn't fair. Everyone else seems to trust me now. What is it with you?
Oh, everyone trusts you now? I was the first person to trust you, remember? Back in Ba Sing Se. And you turned around and betrayed me. Betrayed all of us.
Okay, at least she told him what the problem is.
What can I do to make it up to you?
You really want to know? Maybe you could reconquer Ba Sing Se in the name of the Earth King. Or, I know, you could bring my mother back.
Well, you can have one of those things, but not both. Watch, he's gonna go reconquer Ba Sing Se. Bro, she's not worth it. She ain't worth no city.
Oops. Wrong tent.
Bro code. Bro code.
Sorry. Do you need to talk to Sokka too?
Nope. Not me.
Booty call.
Well, hello. Zuko, yes. Why would I be expecting anyone different?
Yeah, you inadvertently cock-blocked him, but whatever. Why do you look like James from Pokemon? I shouldn't be asking dumb questions.
So what's on your mind?
Your sister. She hates me. And I don't know why,
She fucking told you!
but I do care what she thinks of me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, I'm done. She literally told you! Everybody trusts me but you. You remember, I was the first person to trust you, and then you betrayed me and everyone else. Okay, but what can I do to fix it? Like, did you like... Fuck! I'm sorry, I'm just face palming. Like, fuck. See, if she didn't tell you that, I could give you the benefit of the doubt. And I could be like, well, at what point could she possibly hate you? But at this point, she basically told you what the problem was. And now you're just being a fucking idiot. I mean, fuck. I think Zuko just doesn't understand what is the problem. Trust. Trust. Remember how I said trust is like a mirror? Once you shatter it, you can put the pieces back, but Humpty Dumpty's not one again. Not whole again. You've still got the fragments. That's the problem with trust. This is your first problem, Zuko. You care what she thinks. See, if it was a pickup artist, I would agree with you, but... Okay, maybe it isn't a woman thing. Maybe it's a teenager thing. Okay, I will admit teenagers are idiots, and I am a former teenager, but I'm still an idiot. Honestly, Zuko should have known why Katara in particular has it out for him, even without her telling him. Only a brain-dead person would need to be told that. Alright, it is a double-sided thing. One, the loss of trust. But two, Katara got a little bit emotionally attached after one conversation. I'm just saying. Her feelings would hurt more than her trust. I'm just saying. Zuko doesn't understand trust very well. Why would he?
Nah, she doesn't hate you. Katara doesn't hate anyone.
Where's Iroh when you need him?
Except maybe some people in the Fire Nation. No, I mean, not people who are good but used to be bad. I mean, bad people.
How can I teach these kids?
Fire Nation people who are still bad, who've never been good, and probably won't be ever.
Stop! Okay, listen. I know this may seem out of nowhere, but I want you to tell me what happened to your mother.
What? Why would you want to know that?
Katara mentioned it before when we were in prison together in Ba Sing Se, and again just now when she was yelling at me. I think somehow she's connected her anger about that to her anger at me.
Yes, emotion works that way. Which is why you can bend it. And which is what indoctrination does to a lot of young, impressionable kids.
It's not a day I like to remember.
Oh, that's Ash.
I'm going to find Mom.
Your mommy is the Ash.
Many of the warriors had seen the Black Snow before, and they knew what it meant. A Fire Nation raid. We were badly outnumbered, but somehow we managed to drive them off. As quickly as they came, they just left. I was so relieved when it was over, but that's because I didn't know yet what had happened. I didn't know we'd lost our mother.
Wait, can you remember any details about the soldiers who raided your village?
Oh, so you think by rescuing the mother you can get with the girl. I would just move on.
Like, what the lead ship looked like?
Yeah, sea ravens. The main ship had flags with sea ravens on them.
The symbol of the Southern Raiders. Thanks, Sokka.
No problem.
Another jailbreak episode?
Thanks for stopping by. I thought he'd never leave. Suki!
I like how Appa's just chilling. Hey man, he busted her out of prison. He's allowed to get laid.
You look terrible.
I waited out here all night.
What do you want?
I know who killed your mother. And I'm going to help you find him.
Zuko, you are fanning a flame of crazy that I do not believe you are qualified to handle. Have fun with that.
I need to borrow Appa.
Why? Is it your turn to take a little field trip with Zuko?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, she's gonna go full dark side.
Oh, what's going on?
We're going to find the man who took my mother from me.
What would you do for a kiss at that age? You do not want an answer to that question. I have done many stupid things to... Now's not the time for story time.
Sokka told me the story of what happened. I know who did it, and I know how to find him.
And what exactly do you think this will accomplish?
Satisfaction.
I knew you wouldn't understand.
Wait, stop. I do understand. You're feeling unbelievable pain and rage. How do you think I felt about the Sandbenders when they stole Appa? How do you think I felt about the Fire Nation when I found out what happened to my people?
More crazy than Azula? See, Azula's just base crazy. What she's feeling is tied to a mother and has had years to fester. I think in that moment she would probably be more crazy than Azula, but it would not last. Kuma would torture people, possibly families, or not, unsure at this point. Is that all?
She needs us, Aang. This is about getting closure and justice.
Justice, eh? It sounds more like revenge.
I don't think so. I think it's about getting revenge.
Shut up, Aang!
Fine. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what he deserves.
Good, good. Let the rage flow through you.
Katara, you sound like Jet.
It's not the same. Jet attacked the innocent. This man, he's a monster.
But where do you draw the line, young one? Because if you really want him to feel what you feel, you would have to hurt him where it hurts most, which would mean you would have to hurt the innocent. A wife, a child, a grandchild. Could you do that? Could you really extract your revenge? That is the real question.
Katara, she was my mother too. But I think Aang might be right.
Then you didn't love her the way I did.
Katara!
The monks used to say that revenge is like a two-headed rat viper. While you watch your enemy go down, you're being poisoned yourself.
Yeah, but you poison yourself so you become immune to the poison when they attack you. That's how you take down a viper.
That's cute, but this isn't Air Temple preschool. It's the real world.
Now that I know he's out there, now that I know we could find him, I feel like I have no choice.
Katara, you do have a choice. Forgiveness.
That's the same as doing nothing.
I like you, kid. Oh, I can make a Sith out of you yet.
No, it's not. It's easy to do nothing, but it's hard to forgive.
Yeah, but that's boring.
It's not just hard. It's impossible.
Good, good. Is the full moon coming? We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Da, 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 da. That feel when you lose your girlfriend to your new friend. Zuko's true revenge begins now. Some things can be forgiven. This is not one of those things. Katara having a Sasuke moment talking to Kakashi right now. Oh, and you think what Azula is feeling isn't tied to her mother? It's possible. Remember the beach? Look, here's the thing. If I wanted to, I could probably... Like, here's the thing, right? If I want to, I could pay enough attention to a person and figure out what the cause of their personality is. What shaped them to be the way that they are and all of those things. But there's just one little thing people forget. I don't actually care. Just because I don't care doesn't mean I don't understand. Sometimes vengeance is just fun. You can't spell slaughter without laughter.
So you were just gonna take Appa anyway?
Hey, it's Appa's decision whether or not he flies and he's bros with Zuko. Appa is his own independent bison. You don't own him. I don't see no ring on that finger.
Yes.
It's okay, because I forgive you.
Aang, shut the fuck up.
That give you any ideas?
No.
Don't try to stop us.
Katara, black doesn't exist in nature. You're thinking of midnight blue. Yeah, I completely remember you doing that with Akechi back in Persona 5, and I still remember you hating him at the beginning. See, it's one of those things. I got nothing. But the point is this. I'm an asshole.
I wasn't planning to. This is a journey you need to take. You need to face this man.
See, Aang, here's something you need to understand. There are some bad people in this world that do some bad things. And while you may think that forgiving them is all wholesome and good and Jedi and Paragon and I'm going to heaven or enlightenment or whatever you want to believe in, it doesn't stop these bad people from doing bad things to good people. Now, while it may be a sin to do bad things, I would rationalize that doing bad things to bad people might in the end be for the benefit of humanity. Therefore, I sanction this sin wholly. If you just forgive them, they're not going to learn their lesson or stop. See? Frick gets it. Zuko, helping someone to get revenge on someone that harmed their loved ones so that they will like you. Chaotic good or neutral good? It's definitely not neutral. He ain't being neutral. He's picking a side. I think Aang understands, but he just clings to his people's philosophy. I think Aang clings to his philosophy, but he doesn't fully understand it. They're just going to feel like they got away with it. No, they did get away with it. Because they haven't paid for it. They probably forgot what they did. You see, that's the thing about the sins of the past. That is effectively what karma is. People think that this karma is some mystical force that the earth itself has created. It's not. You've just fucked over a person that never forgot and never let go. And in the end, they will track you down and fuck you over. The Bible clearly says, beware the wrath of a patient man. It says that for a reason. Because it festers. Technically, Appa and Aang have bond for life, so I guess there is a ring. Appa's allowed to have some independence.
But when you do, please don't choose revenge. Let your anger out. And then let it go.
I mean, you should be careful with those words, especially when she's bloodbending. Sometimes you want to keep the water in your body. But sure, by all means, let it out from every orifice he has. Like a nerve agent. What? How are you judging me? You're in on this.
Forgive him.
Okay, we'll be sure to do that, Guru Goody Goody.
Thanks for understanding, Aang.
Yip yip.
You know, you're pretty wise for a kid.
Thanks, Sokka.
Usually it's annoying, but right now I'm just impressed.
I appreciate that.
So, can I borrow Momo for a week?
Why do you need Momo?
Why do you need Momo? Maybe Aang clings blindly to his people's teachings because if he doesn't, then there wouldn't be anything left of his people. True. Bloodbending can be great Viagra.
We need to find a Fire Navy communication tower. All the Navy's movements are coordinated by Messenger Hawk, and every tower has to be up to date on where everyone is deployed.
So what you're going to do is feed them false information so they start attacking their own ships and killing each other. I like the cut of your jib, kid.
So once...
Couldn't a bloodbender use a form of doping by increasing their heart rate? They could, but they would eventually give themselves a heart attack.
we find a communication tower, we bust in and take the information we need.
Not exactly. We need to be stealthy and make sure no one spots us. Otherwise, they'll warn the Southern Raiders long before we reach them.
That works. You know, most people dance to see whether or not they're synchronized enough for lovemaking. You two are going on a stealth mission. Works just as well. Shouldn't it be obvious your finger shouldn't be anywhere near the part it dispenses the shells? Yeah, but I believe his point is that without your finger on the trigger, you wouldn't be there in the first place. Which, again, is a fair point, but you wouldn't put it that far up. Because by the time it would take you to put the finger down, it's too long. You just have it over where the finger is like that. So you just have it sitting on the thing, and then you put it in. Clever.
Okay, Southern Raiders. Bam! On patrol near Whaletail Island.
Whaletail Island, here we come.
You should get some rest. We'll be there in a few hours. You'll need all your strength.
You know, not sleeping is the equivalent of being up 2 standard drinks. I really hope this doesn't end with her just forgiving the guy. Like, I'm all for forgiveness in situations that can be forgiven, but telling a victim to just forgive the person who hurt them is kind of toxic. Yeah, anger's toxic as fuck.
Oh, don't you worry about my strength. I have plenty.
No, you have rage and adrenaline.
I'm not the helpless little girl I was when they came.
I'm going to find Mom. Mom!
Just let her go, and I'll give you the information you want.
You heard your mother. Get out of here!
Mom, I'm scared.
Go find your dad, sweetie. I'll handle this.
Oh, she's never gonna forget those eyes.
I ran as fast as I could.
Dad! Dad! Please, I think Mom's in trouble! There's a man in our house!
Kaya!
But we were too late. When we got there, the man was gone. And so was she.
Your mother was a brave woman.
I know.
Ah, she did fall asleep.
There! See those Sea Raven flags? It's the Southern Raiders.
Let's do this.
So there I was, and I was like, you know, it was...
This is it, Katara. Are you ready to face him?
How much you want to bet the mother's gonna be there? Oh, this is personal. She wants him to know. She wants him to know.
Who are you?
You don't remember her? You will soon. Trust me.
What's happening to me?
Think back. Think back to your last raid on the Southern Water Tribe.
I don't know what you're talking about. Please, I don't know.
Don't lie! You look her in the eye and you tell me you don't remember what you did.
He looks a little young to me, Katara. He could be the son. You may have found your ticket.
It's not him. He's not the man.
What? What do you mean he's not? He's the leader of the Southern Raiders. He has to be the guy. If you're not the man we're looking for, who is?
Controlling the wrist, controlling the shoulder. Very nice.
You must be looking for Yan Ra. He retired 4 years ago.
You can ask where he is?
Yanra, you lazy piece of work! I need something!
Yes, Mother. What is it?
The tomato carrots from your garden are too hard for my gums! I need something soft and juicy!
I think you should let him live.
Would you like something else from the garden? I would be happy to...
Forget your stupid garden! Get your grimy hiney to the market and buy me some real food!
You know, sometimes death is a mercy.
Hello?
His senses haven't dulled.
Did you see someone?
Once a soldier, always a soldier.
Hello? Is someone there?
You gotta work on your tracking skills.
That was him. That was the monster.
Nobody sneaks up on me without getting burned.
We weren't behind the bush. And I wouldn't try firebending again.
Whoever you are, take my money. Take whatever you want. I'll cooperate.
Do you know who I am?
No, I'm not sure.
Oh, you better remember me like your life depends on it. Why don't you take a closer look?
Yes, yes. I remember you now. You're the little water tribe girl.
Just let her go, and I'll give you the information you want.
You heard your mother. Get out of here!
Mom, I'm scared.
You know, there's a reason why the warlords of old never left the children. They grow up.
Go find your dad, sweetie. I'll handle this.
Now tell me, who is it? Who's the waterbender?
There are no waterbenders here. The Fire Nation took them all away a long time ago.
You're lying. My source says there's one waterbender left in the Southern Water Tribe. We're not leaving until we find the waterbender.
If I tell you, do you promise to leave the rest of the village alone? It's me. Take me as your prisoner.
I'm afraid I'm not taking prisoners today.
She lied to you. She was protecting the last waterbender.
What? Who?
Me!
I did a bad thing. I know I did. And you deserve revenge. So why don't you take my mother? That would be fair.
No, that would be mercy. How about we take a leg? Or your dominant arm?
I always wondered what kind of person could do such a thing.
A normal person?
But now that I see you, I think I understand. There's just nothing inside you. Nothing at all. You're pathetic and sad and empty.
Please spare me.
But as much as I hate you, I just can't do it.
He's gonna attack you. At least take a limb. Or an eye.
Katara! Are you okay?
I'm doing fine.
Zuko told me what you did. Or what you didn't do, I guess. I'm proud of you.
I wanted to do it. I wanted to take out all my anger at him, but I couldn't.
Why?
I don't know if it's because I'm too weak to do it, or if it's because I'm strong enough not to.
You did the right thing. Forgiveness is the first step you have to take to begin healing.
But I didn't forgive him. I'll never forgive him.
So what, you're gonna fucking carry that for the rest of your life? It's just easier to finish it.
But I am ready to forgive you.
You were right about what Katara needed. Violence wasn't the answer.
It never is.
Then I have a question for you.
How the fuck are you guys gonna fight the Fire Lord?
What are you gonna do when you face my father?
Well, he's gonna channel his inner Naruto and talk to him and be like, we're not so different, you and I. For the love of God. Oh God, if he talk no jutsu's the fucking Fire Lord. If he talk no jutsu's the fucking Fire Lord, there's gonna be hell to pay. Objective achieved. Zuko got affection from Katara. But he still was a monster. He was a coward trying to save his own life by offering up his mother. No, he probably just wanted to get rid of his mother, but he just doesn't have it in him to get rid of her. Zuko's grand plan to get their trust is working. For sure, but like Kuma said, killing him would pretty much be mercy. This guy's life is trash. Yes, but you could make it worse by giving him a, I don't know, loss of a leg, so it's more difficult for him to walk to the market. Or take an arm away, so it's more difficult for him to carry things and do gardening. You could make it worse. Something symbolic, so that every single time it hurts, he remembers who he got it from. Not all injuries. Like, you know? Aang was right. Personal revenge is the wrong choice. Family blood feuds have destroyed civilizations. It's not even about your feelings. It's just bad on a practical level. I don't get it. You'd gain almost nothing by killing him aside from satisfaction. Like I said, maim him a little bit. Don't kill the Fire Lord, just take his limbs. Maybe take his skin as a mane and just wear it. I mean, that would scare the Fire Nation. You're wearing their Fire Lord. I don't think he will. The Fire Lord has too much blood on his hands. Many times I wish Zuko was the Avatar, not Aang. It still feels like he got away with it. Ah yes. Let's just talk to the guy who burned and exiled his own son. I mean, Naruto does it all the time. I doubt Aang would even be able to get through to the Fire Lord if he wanted to talk no jutsu. I don't know. Zuko as the Avatar doesn't work. You would need to rebuild the whole show. I have heard people say that, and he never gets less retarded. Okay. Mostly, I hate the message there than what Katara chose to do. To be honest, like, it was her choice to make. But the whole forgive him, forgive message felt kind of toxic. Frick, I always look at it this way. It's all well and good to forgive and forgive and forgive. But if you lack the ability to kill when you need to, you're not exactly going to win. Blood-related ligaments and stitches, ruptures, and clots in joints. Even with current technology, very difficult to treat and requires heavy surgery. Man, this guy is an old, frail man. You don't even need to do that. You could literally just snap it like a chicken wing. Like, there's not much there. He's an old, frail man. You're not dealing with someone... Like, even in the flashback, he was old. Here, he's just old. Do you see Aang having the huge amount of charisma to be able to talk no jutsu to anyone? Mate, I have seen weirder things in anime. It's all about execution. I think that's what the writer's message wasn't to forgive, that it's just Aang's opinion. I don't know. I'm just saying they would be a lot more effective in the war if they could actually kill people. I'm all for disabling the ballistas, but I'm all for using one ballista to shoot at another. I was just answering a question. All good in the hood, bro. All good in the hood. Look, you can call me evil. You can call me a monster. But these fucks killed people. I'm not going to feel bad for them. I'm not going to feel... Like, okay, let me ask you this. If he was a Nazi who killed civilians, would you feel bad for him? Nope. Then why would you feel bad for this guy? What's the difference? Why, just because he's Fire Nation? He killed women and children without hesitation. See, we only know of the one person he killed, not to mention all the other people that killed under his command. He could have killed hundreds more. How about thousands? This kid isn't soldiers, but on the other hand, Zuko waited Katara to kill him. You mean wanted? Are we talking Wehrmacht, Grant, or High SS officer? Well, like, a person can be a killer no matter which military unit they're a part of. But to be an SS officer, you would have had to kill a few. Like, the SS was structured in such a way to actually recruit psychopaths. That's how it was created, on purpose, by design. He should not have gotten away with it, without any punishment at all. I just realized my sub is gone. Did they run away or something? How did they get out of the cage? But yeah. I can understand people's... Like, remember how we had this conversation in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? And you guys all started yelling at me? And I was like... I don't feel sorry for them. And I'm not gonna. After what they did. But you guys gave me that whole long-winded explanation of how choosing the path of vengeance makes it easier to do so next time. And I was like, look, I can see that point of view, but at the same time, fuck that person, you know? That's just me. That's just my opinion. I guess different people have different opinions. Other kind of sub, Kuma. Subscription. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you haven't lost your sub. Anyways, let's go watch the next episode. Why not? Wait, what the fuck? 16, 17, 18 to 21. 18 to 21? That's fucking 3 episodes. How long is it? 90 minutes. Holy fuck. That's one hell of a... That's a movie. I mean, that guy at least now has the fear believing that she could come back someday. Even if it doesn't happen. I really want you to react to Vinland Saga. Vote it in. But people worse than this guy got away with what they did. Fire Lord Soza, for example. He started the war and died peacefully in his bed. That's because life is not sequential. People do good things. They stop on the side of the road to help someone change a tire. They get run over by a speeding truck. Other people lie, cheat, steal, are corrupt, and they become president. Life is not sequential. I'm 22, almost 23, and still pure. I mean, if you weren't in this chat, I would believe you, but... I don't see any vengeance in killing. Sometimes, like you said, death is more of a mercy. See, I wasn't there to kill him. I just wanted him to suffer. Death is so finite.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun sized, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.